This is the first British scooter made after World War II. It was made by Swallow Coach Building Company that originated back in the 1920s when William Lyons started the Swallow Sidecar Company. They made sidecars for motorcycles and then went on to produce very nice little bodies for small cars like the Austin 7. And then in the 1930s they split. William Lyons took the car side and went on to produce cars called SS cars, which later turned into Jaguar, and the sidecar company after the war made this little scooter called the Swallow Gadabout. The Gadabout was designed by an aircraft engineer called Frank Rainbow, who had seen on the airstrips during the war the American Cushman scooter and thought it would be a good idea to produce something very similar after the war. He had to use a pre-war Villiers engine, which was very unusual for a scooter because it had a hand change on the side. It was a 125cc and the little bike had no suspension at all, and it had no battery. It had 6-volt direct lighting. He felt that the balloon tyres and the very large seat on it was enough suspension for a machine that only did 35 miles an hour. It did have some problems. Of course it had an enclosed engine which gave it overheating problems. So some of the people took the front of the body off, and others went to Woolworths and bought 4 door stops and put them under the seat so that there was a gap between the seat and the body, cooling the engine. I was lucky to find this one from a gentleman in his 90s who had had it for years and years, and we haven't restored it. We just tidied it up and made the few pieces that were missing. There are still quite a few Swallow Gadabouts around, and some of them did in fact have sidecars because they were a sidecar company, but they were all sidecars used for the small trader, and that the scooter itself was used by the police, public utilities, and again the small trader.